Okay. Hi, Diane. I'm excited to scan you today. So what we're going to do is we're going to do 4 scans. It's going to take about 45 minutes to an hour. I want you to be comfortable and just sit back and relax. Make sure you don't cross your legs or feet together, and make sure you don't put your hands together. And also that no animal or other human is touching you. Okay, now, do you have your earbuds in? Yeah. Okay, perfect. So we're going to start with the inner voice. And what you're going to do with this is you're going to talk to me for 10 seconds. It seems like forever, but it's not. And so you're going to start with, I am Diane Wagner, and I have 300 kids, 200 dogs, whatever. Just keep talking until I say stop. First, I want to prompt you with some emotion. I want you to think of something really sad, like you just saw a dog get hit by a car. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I want you to think of something really happy, like you just won the biggest lottery in the world. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, now I want you to start with I am Diane Wagner in 3, 2, 1, go. Hello? Diane, are you there? Hello? Okay. There are glitches sometimes. Okay. There we go. Diane, are you there? That's bizarre. Because I have so let me just call her again. Hi, I cannot hear you. Could you hear me? Okay, I can hear you now. So you have the earbuds on? Okay, good. As long as I can hear you and you can hear me, we can go forward. Okay. So, no, I did not. So start over with the inner. You've already thought of your sad and happy, and now I'm going to do your inner voice. So you're going to start with I am Diane Wagner at 3, 2, 1, go. Diane, can you talk to me? Because I can't. Have you hit some sort of mute button by accident or something? I don't understand this. Oh, okay. I figured out what the problem was. The headset was still plugged in. That's why I couldn't hear you. Okay. From my end, it would be. Yeah, that's okay. Some days I'm a superhero. Yep. Sometimes I'm a superhero. I put my phone in the fridge. All right, here we go. You're going to start with Diane Wagner in 3, 2, 1, go. Awesome. Got it. That's wonderful. Nope, you're good. Yeah, you're. I love it. That's funny. Now this is doing the inner voice scan, and it's scanning you across 12 octaves with 7,000 frequencies. And it will pick the four that you are out of balance in. It will make music files for you to listen to for each of the four tones. So they're 3 minutes each. 3 minutes each, and you listen to all four. That would be 12 minutes. So when I say listen to your tones, one time is 12 minutes, twice is 24 minutes, and yeah, send to her. Okay, so we did the inner voice, and we touched the button with the heart and the frequency, and then did the countdown. I go 3, 2, 1, and then when it hits 0, I say go, because I don't want my voice on their scan. Okay. And then now I'm emailing her the report. Yes. Yep, I got all of that. Yep, I did. That's how I built the profile, which I didn't start with how to build a profile, but they know how to do that. Okay, so this is listening to your tones is part of it. So don't neglect that. It's important. You can listen to them four. You can do it once when we get done, once tonight, once in the morning, and once tomorrow night. Or you can listen to them all four in a row tonight. Now we're going to do the vital scan. And, and we're scanning you now with the vitals. Vitals is what's going to bring balance to your chemistry. And there's almost 600 things on the report that have to do with chemistry. There's some food toxicities and all kinds of stuff. We'll go over the reports when we're done. Is your laptop up and running so we can look at the emails there where it's bigger and you can see better? Okay, that's fine. And then make sure it's booted up so we don't wait at the end for it. Okay, good. Okay. Oh, wow. I know, right? That's good. That's right. We hear a different drummer and go on. Ah, so you want to be out of there when they're doing that. Yeah. So now, are you interested in buying a machine for yourself to use daily? Exactly. Yeah, 750 and then 149 a month. And then you can scan as many people as you want. Oh my gosh. Let me tell you my experience. My friend scanned me the first. I told her I didn't feel anything. I went home. I went to sleep. Sleep went in, so that way I couldn't tell her that. But the next morning, I had to go upstairs to shower after I'd come down. My bedroom's upstairs. So I went upstairs, forgot my phone, went back downstairs, went back upstairs, and I realized when I got, whoa, I didn't stop to catch my breath. And I didn't just go up once, I went up twice. Exactly. So what this does is it puts the perfect blueprint health frequency into your body so that your body, like a tuning fork, will start to do the sympathetic resonance with that. And then healing happens. Your body is the miracle. Your body is what heals. Now, I always tell people, I don't know how it'll show up in you first, because some people, a knee pain will go away after the first scan. For other people, their shoulder pain is still there because the machine's saying in the reports they're working on their liver and heart. So the machine puts the blueprint frequency into your body, and your body is smart, and it's going to work on what needs to be worked on most for survival and living first. And honey, it can help with everything. We've got some amazing testimonies. I got a 78-year-old guy in Chicago. First time I scanned him, his knee pain went away. 3 days later, he calls me. I've been running up down the stairs trying to make it come back, and I couldn't. I laughed. Then I have a lady out in Arizona who had a friend who had a heart attack and a stroke and went into a coma and was brain dead. He did a remote scan on him and he touched his daughter's hand. Then the doctors and nurses were like, don't get excited about that. That's just a reflex. And then 3 days later, he was talking. 21 days later, he went home. So then I've got a little girl who had been born with a brain anomaly, and the doctors, all they could do is just put her on multiple medications to prevent seizures. And that was all they could tell her. Well, she was 2 when I first met her. She had just turned 2 a few days before. And she lives out of state. So I was doing remote scans on her. So the girl she wasn't talking, she wasn't walking. Mom had to catch babbling with the recorder, and then she would send me the recording, and I would play back to the machine and then scan the little girl. Mom would put the earbuds in the little girl's ears when she took her nap. Well, after 3 scans, I think it was 2 or 3 scans, Mama says, "Say, Mama," and the little girl looked right at her and said, "Mama." It made her more focused from the very first scan. Then she sat on Daddy's lap and touched his face and looked him in the eye and said, "Dad, Dad." And then the parents bought a scanner, started scanning her every day. About 6 days later, she goes to physical therapy and takes her first steps. Mom has now got her off of 3 of the 5 medications and is working with her, and she's getting better. It is. Yes, it does. It's all of our issue. The emotions are what govern our body. The emotions affect our physicality in all kinds of ways. And um, once you can bring those into balance, it's amazing the things that happen. Right. Yeah. Well, it cost me $300 to put my hat down and a bulletin at 50 cents. So I get it. Yeah. Right, right. Wow. Absolutely. Absolutely. There you go. Well, this is going to sound crazy. I have a tree. I have a tree in my front yard, and I swear it has a face on it. I call him Mr. Tree and talk to him sometimes. But it's like he's like planted guarding my house, you know? It's pretty cool. It's pretty amazing. So this comprehensive is the longest scan, and then we're going to do the body system. Now, in comprehensive, this is going to deal with 1,800 items of your body that have function, like all of your arteries, all of your chromosomes, because that's the map from the new cells. And then all of your muscles and your eyes and your teeth and all your organs and everything else is in that function part of the scanning. And then we do the, go ahead. Yep, that's okay. Right. Yes. I don't know enough about it to really make an informed conclusion, but it's interesting. So many things out there that are so amazing. Now, is it, let me ask you this. Do I get that? Okay. Let me tell you what Louise Hay said. Have heard of her? Okay, so is male responsibility moving forward, and what did you just describe? Male having to change what did, moving forward in life. And if you can make peace with that, that hip will go away. I mean, the hip won't go away, but hopefully the pain will. So, yeah, yeah. Wow. Goes to the boy. Mhm. Yeah. Well, that's why the obelisks are everywhere. The obelisks, like the Washington Monument and things like that. Oh, and what do you think the Amazon symbol is? It's not a smiley face, it's a penis. Great. I hope I didn't offend anybody. It's everywhere. Yeah, exactly. That's a good way. Okay, and now we're going to do body systems and scan and optimize. So in the vitals, you're going to scan, optimize, generate a report, email it to them, email it to yourself. And that's for the vitals and the comprehensive. And the body systems is just click the button that says scan and optimize. And then when it is finished, hit report and email to you, to your client and to yourself. Okay. Okay. So walking. So you're walking. And when I funny, and Bill Clinton was having his affair with Lewinsky, and they showed him on TV getting out of an airplane with his knee cast on because he had hurt his knee skiing. And I'm laughing because I'm going, right knee. Yeah, but that's your ego. It was kind of interesting. Well, back to, yeah, that's more hip is going forward. Easy. Elbow is making a decision because I was having a real hard time trying to decide. I wanted to do my lease in my office, go back because of COVID. You know, it really freaked me out. And my elbow's gonna hurt, and my elbow never hurt. I went right to Louise Hay and said, okay, elbow, making a decision. Shoulder is the weight of the world on your shoulders. Yeah. Yep. I understand. Well, I don't remember. Left is female. Foot is also going forward. You know, my mom asked me one time, she goes, how can you be 61 years old and not wear glasses? I said, well, Louise Hay says it's because I can see the truth in things. Right. It's amazing, isn't it? Wow. All right, now I'm scanning you and I want you to get your laptop so I can explain the reports to you. Okay. Okay, good. Open it up, open your email. And I want you to go to the AO Inner Voice email. When you open the email, then you're going to see a blue link in the email that says follow this link to your report. So then you click on that and tell me when you see the colors. It'll say supportive frequencies and balancing harmonics is a big pink bar. Okay. But you got the email. Oh, that's so weird. Okay. Um, hang on just a minute. Okay, I'm going to forward this from my email. There's been something wonky with the machine the past few days with certain emails. I don't know why. Okay, so it's, what was your email again, Diane? Diane Wagner TV at Gmail? Okay, that's the one I'm using. Yes, did you look at that one yet? Okay. D dot. Well, I send it to the Diane Wagner TV one because that's where I had gotten from you from the when you paid. Okay, Diane. Okay, so it's d.r.wagner at AT&T.net. Okay. All right, I just sent one. Okay, now let me go back here to vitals. Forward. Okay, good. Well, it's too new to rate with them. They just started this week. Okay, I don't want you to do anything with attachments. Open the email and it says follow this link to open your report. You got to click the link. Okay, and now which one did you open? The Inner Voice? Okay. Okay, good. Now let me explain how you read this. So this is the Inner Voice report. Those four colors, the orange, the red, the blue, the purple, and the yellow, are each individual tones. They're 3 minutes each. But you can push balancing harmonics and it'll play all four consecutively until you tell it to stop. So that's the easiest way to play your tones. You want to put your earbuds in, lay down, and hit balancing harmonics and let it play. Yes. Now, it's 3 minutes each. So 3 minutes times 4 is 12 minutes. Okay. Yes. Yes. Now just scroll down and let me explain the rest of this, and then you can go back and play with these reports all you want. Okay, we've got your inner voice, which tells what it is, how it works, how color is involved, and then you get to your 4 emotions. So suppressed emotion versus self-expression. The parts of the body that are lit up are the parts of the body it affects. You have positive and negative emotions. So the negative emotions you're feeling with this being out of balance are there. After you listen to the tones, you'll experience the positive emotion. Now, if you scroll down a little more, that's an orange, and it has to do with impatience, frustration, lack of confidence. Go down to the next one, angry versus accepting of change. And that's the parts of the body it affects. And you're red there, and the emotions are grief, anxiety, and disappointment. Then you've got conditional love versus unconditional love. And the parts of the body it affects, and that has to do with magenta, and the emotions are dogmatism, arrogance, lack of feeling. Then you've got rigid beliefs versus open to possibilities. And look how it affects those quad muscles that affect your hip. And the emotions. Yep. It's so amazingly accurate. Okay, now go back to your email, and I want you to open the one that says AO Vitals. And then follow the link and open the report. Yes. Okay. 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 So it's on a scale of 1 to 9, where 5 is perfect because your body wants balance. Okay. Now, let me look here. So the before column is on the right, and after the optimization of the frequencies is on the left. So to make it real simple, all you need to know is if you should have less red on the left than you do on the right. Now, when it's under the food sensitivities, those are foods you don't need to eat today if you have red on the left. Okay. It's it's a so tomato. Okay, it does not mean you got worse. Your body is going to use the energy in the most efficient way to sustain life. And that means they might take from other things. Okay. So it's just basically a snapshot picture of what's going on in your body right now, today. Now, once you get your own machine and you're scanning every day, you'll start seeing patterns. So, say you see, let's go down, apricot is red on 9 all the time. Then I would just kind of stay away from apricots. There's something in it your body doesn't want. Okay. But for right now, just these are things, if they're red on the left, don't eat them today. And it's funny, it's either things people eat a lot of or that they never eat. Right. But cow's milk is fine. On the left, it got improvement. It's more into balance. Okay. So let's go down. We got a lot to cover here. All the foods, and they go on and on and on and on and on. Then you get down to the blood. Are you at the blood now? Okay. So on your blood, okay. All right. So if you're at the blood now, under blood other, I want you to click on albumin with your cursor. Put it over the word albumin and click it. It's going to give you a definition. Everything on this report will have a definition. Okay. And you'll see a definition. Okay. Okay. So let's go down. Just, I'm trying to show you how to read it, and then you can go back and read them later. Okay. It just means it's out of balance. Red means out of balance. 5 means it's how far out of balance it is. So on a scale of 1 to 9, if 5 is perfect, you want to see some of your stuff like it was a 9 and now it's a 7, or it was a 1 and now it's a 3. Anytime you move closer to 5, that shows improvement. Right? Okay, so click on that. It says this represents the actual number of HDL good particles in the blood. No, it just means maybe you're dehydrated today. Okay, don't take anything on this report as negative. Don't change your lifestyle or your supplementation based on one report. But when you have your own machine and you scan regularly, you will start to see patterns of where things are out of balance. And then if it's out of balance all the time on that one, then you want to look at it closer and address it. And I have a girlfriend that first time I scanned her, she had 451 red on the left between the vitals and the comprehensive. And then she got her scanner, and 6 months later, she was down to 31 red. So the more you, yeah, I don't add them. I just count how many red dots there are. No, you're not. Do you have less red on the left than you do on the right? Yes. So improvement is already happening in your body. Just remember, it's all about bringing balance so the body can work the right way. Okay, let's go down further. Fatty acids, then you got your chakras. Okay, so you got 2 chakras that are out of balance after the optimization. Solar plexus. Let's look down in the chakra description under solar plexus. You're dealing with something here. Diabetes, hypoglycemia, gallstones, nervousness, low energy, muscle cramps, stomach problems, lumbar spine. Your L3 has a lot to do with your hips. So lumbar spine makes sense. Okay, then you got your root chakra, joint pain, low backache, elimination problems, obesity, constipation, anorexia, poor immune system function. So the things that fit from what you've told me would be joint pain and low backache. So it makes sense. Now let's go to the meridians. Okay, let's look at the lung meridian. If you move down, you had lung and bladder were still out. So let's look at lung. Lung meridian gives you the physical links and emotional links. The physical links are respiratory system, lungs, bronchi, immune system, allergies, and skin. The emotional links are conceit, intolerance, communication issues, and grief. And from what you've been telling me, I hear the grief in your voice of how everything has changed in your life. Okay, so that was what was the other one? Bladder. Okay, now let's look at bladder. Kidney, where's bladder? Okay, so bladder. Physical links are bladder and all of the pelvis, including reproductive organs, lower dentin, eye, sinus, bladder infections, spinal problems. Okay, sciatica. See, the sciatic nerve is the one that comes out of the low back that goes down your legs. Now, what is the emotional links to the bladder? At war with the world, chaotic life, hating the partner or job, restlessness, impatience, frustration, and fright. I've read that frustration word on several of your things. So your body is showing you are frustrated. So let's go down to, then you got digestive function, inflammation, insulin, pancreas, amino acids, digestive enzymes, macrominerals, microminerals, the genetic marker, which I don't think you have. It's actually the one they call the Celtic curse, where people don't metabolize B vitamins properly, and it makes a hormone that hurts the heart. And it only comes if you have Irish ancestry. Yeah, it is. So then you got vitamins and coenzymes, your basic physical functionality. So emotional stability was a 9, and now it's a 7. So that was improvement. Your glutathione was a 9. It doesn't necessarily, it could be enough or not enough. Remember, out of balance. The number doesn't say if it's too much or not enough. It just says it's out of balance. And then you got bone and muscle condition, bone growth, bone mineral density, brain nerves. Yep. Yep. And then cardiovascular, cerebral vascular, collagen, endocrine, eyes, hormones, immune system, kidney function, liver and gallbladder function, lung function, body reproductive, skin index, thyroid, toxicities, more allergens, trees, grasses, bacteria. Now, on bacterial diseases, fungus, molds, parasites, and viruses, it down, go scroll. You got to scroll. There's 600 things on here. So scroll down until you get down to that area. Oh yeah, it's all the way to getting near the bottom. About an inch from the bottom. Yep, keep going. Yeah. Okay. Now, on those things, if it's red on the left, it does not mean you have that. It means you come in contact with that energetically at some point, whether it was through your DNA from your ancestors. I had a lady blow up. I do not have gonorrhea. I do not have syphilis. I said, well, maybe your ancestors did and handed it down in the DNA. There's a what they call a fingerprint of frequency, you know. And so things do get handed down. The Bible even says the sins of the father are handed down 7 generations. So it's either from DNA or from human to human contact, human to animal, human to doorknob, or human to dirt where an animal had died. You may not have known it. There's all kinds of ways to pick up energetically weird stuff. Well, let me tell you this. I had a hysterectomy when I was 19, and uterus will come up sometimes red. I don't have it anymore. Tonsils were out when I was 2, and tonsils will show up red sometimes because energetically, that energy was bad when they took it out, and there's some leftover bad energy there. And why it only shows up sometimes, I don't know. Okay, now if you've got, let me explain, if you've got tobacco showing up and you're not a smoker, it's too many nightshade plants. Tomatoes, potatoes, eggplant, peppers, those are nightshade plants. Well, there you go. Actually, that can be from pesticides and stuff that were around. Yep. Okay. So now let's go back to your email and go to your comprehensive report. Yeah. Okay. It's okay. It's okay. Diane, go back to your email and catch up with me on the comprehensive report. You don't. Okay. You didn't get it. Let me send it to you. Forward to D.R. Right. Enhanced, it just shows red and green. It's the easiest way to count the red. Okay, I just sent it. Did you get it? Which email are you on? Okay. Okay, good. It's a big report. There's 1,800 items on this. Okay. Now, all right. At the top, you're going to see you've already opened the link, correct? Okay. So at the top, you're going to see where it says image report or table report. It like defaults and comes up as the image report, but it's hard to read. It's tiny. So once it populates, I want you to click on table report. And again, the right is before, the left is after. Now take your cursor and put it over the left lateral thoracic artery. Just put it on top of the word thoracic and click. And now instead of a definition, you're going to get a picture of what it is and where it is in the body. And it is 3D. It'll turn with your cursor left and right and up and down. Pretty cool. Every one of them has a picture. Let me show you how comprehensive this is. These are just your arteries. Arteries of the left arm, arteries of the right arm, arteries of the head, arteries of the left leg, arteries of the right leg, arteries lower body, and upper body. Those are all your arteries. And all the way down, it does chromosomes, it does ligaments, muscles, bones, teeth, eyes, ears, and all your organs. No, that's a D-dimer test they would need to go take from allopathic medicine. Okay, now go back to your email and open the one that says body systems. Okay, and then click on the blue. Yep, and then click on the blue link. Now, this is a 27-page report. It's one of our newest scans, and it's phenomenal. It shows you, let's just go down and look at circulatory system, and then you can look at all the rest on your own. Okay, it tells you what the circulatory system is, how it works, and it shows you pictures. Then it shows you where you're out of balance in that system. And acute means it's rather new, and chronic means it's been there a long time. And then you go down to circulatory emotional. And these are the things you're dealing with in the emotions. And each system has emotions that are attached to it. It's a No. Those are just pictures. Scroll down. Right. And then you've got circulatory causes and circulatory emotional causes. No, somebody else's might be acute or chronic conceit. I mean, there's all different kinds of emotions. These are directly related to you and your body. So it's a lot of information. I had one of my friends call me after she did her body systems the first time. She goes, 5 of them say I'm conceited. Do you think I'm conceited? Energetically, you've been around it. I don't know what that one is either. You can Google it or DuckDuckGo it or whatever you like to do. Sugar is the #1 poison of the body, and it comes in all kinds of forms. Honey, um, that sucrose they put in everything now is just nasty. But sugar is what causes inflammation. Sugar is what messes our bodies up. It comes, there's a lot of people that can't sleep. They wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning. Guess what? That's when the liver is processing. And then they go drink a glass of wine. Well, that's because the parasites are screaming, give me some sugar now. And alcohol is the easiest sugar source the body can get. So sugar is nasty stuff. A lot of people do because of our livers. We're so toxic. Our liver processes different times of the night are different organs processing. And yep, 3 a.m. is liver. And no, the liver is it's processing the toxicities. What does the liver do? The liver is the filter for your blood. And if you stretched out, if you took it and started pulling it apart like a string, you could wrap your liver around the globe twice. That's how much filtration is in the liver. Okay, but the liver's job is to clean the blood from toxins. And the #1 toxin is sugar. Whether it comes as little Debbie cakes or chocolate candy, alcohol, pasta, everybody has their own favorite sugar source. Your diabetics crave sweets. I don't crave sweets. I like salty things. But my downfall would be grabbing a chip with salt. It turns to sugar because it's a carb. Okay. It's a biggie. Yep. Between sugar and parasites, everybody can be healed. All right, Diane, your session is complete. And if you have any more questions, I'm a phone call or a text away. Okay. It is. It is. I had one lady came in my office and got scanned, and she calls me the next day. I was up until 4 a.m. looking at those reports. And I'm like, well, that's your fault, not mine. Okay, that is actually, do you have any skin tags on your neck? Okay. If you start getting skin tags on your neck, then you want to really check diabetes. Because frequent urination and skin tags on the neck are pre-diabetic signs. So get, and not only that, sometimes your body will only squirt little amounts of pee because you don't drink enough water. And it's scared to get rid of it in a big, like a horse. That's how we should pee, a whole lot at once and only a few times a day. But our bodies will only release a little bit at a time because it needs the water to function. 85% of our body is water. So if you don't drink enough water, then you're a stagnant pond and you need to be a running river. And it'll take about 30 days. The proper amount of water to drink would be half of your weight in ounces. So if you weigh 100 pounds, 50 ounces. If you weigh 200 pounds, 100 ounces. Now, if you drink a cup of coffee or a glass of alcohol, you've got to replace that with 2.5 cups of water in addition to whatever your number is, because
Okay,
those
so-
are
so-
dehydrating. Correct. Yeah.
Okay.
And nobody drinks enough water, mostly. Then there's the other side. Like my best friend was drinking 3 big giant cups of water a day. And her doctor kept telling her she's dehydrated. She goes, that's impossible. No, her body wasn't absorbing the water. So the body was acting dehydrated because it didn't have the ability to absorb the water. So there's all kinds of things. It gets tricky and it's complicated, but it is fascinating. Well, you'll learn that as you go along. That's part of the path of healing.
Okay.
Now,
Yeah,
you might have got it when you swam in a lake as a kid. You never know. Okay. These things just are all around us.
And then I think I'm getting a hernia. I don't know what it is. Migraine. So then as well. With the flush. Unlike
Yep.
I'm not
I understand. I was raised Catholic and I left the Catholic Church.
Yeah.
So, right.
And then
Yes, there's a lot to it. All right, Diane, I got to get ready for the next one. And like I said, if you have any questions, you let me know how I can help you, okay? Okay. All right. Thank you. Bye-bye. I don't know. Let me stop sharing this and then end the recording. I forgot end.